Welcome to Talented Universe on this, 26th day of November in 2025. We are all over the globe today to bring you our special guest. But before Greg is going to introduce our special guest, I'm going to introduce our other co-host, Marcia. How are you doing, Marcia?
I am doing great. Yeah, it's almost the end of the year. And like I said, it's 2025. I'm still waiting for my flying car. Okay. But I'm excited to be here to chat.
Great. Liz, how are you?
I am actually over the moon that we got our guests that we've got today. So I'm in a really good mood.
Well, hey, that's good. Greg, how are you faring in the northern part of the country?
It's a little brisk, so I was kind of reluctant to get out of the shower, but I made it online in time. How are you, Michael?
I'm doing great.
Well, I have the absolute pleasure, because I am also over the moon, at our young and talented guest today. We have Bluey Robinson. Yay. Coming to us from the cast of Librarians, the next chapter. And he also has some really cool other things in his repertoire that I'm sure we'll speak about. I'm sure Liz has dug them up because she always does great research. And
Beware.
We're really looking forward to talking to this talented young man all the way from... You've been traveling a lot, actually. So yeah. Where are you today, sir?
Currently, I'm in Valencia, Spain. I'm in the mountains, the countryside, a place called Bugada, in Spain. Yeah, so I'm a little bit out of the city now, but yeah, I've been.
That's awesome, actually.
Yeah, it's very nice, very peaceful. I needed a bit of that,
Oh, not too long ago, you wrapped filming on second season of Librarians Next Chapter.
Yeah.
And we've been trying to get you probably since. So your travels have all been just a break from being in front of the camera, or have you actually been working on these excursions?
Yeah, I kind of always end up doing some work when I travel. Just like with music and stuff, I bring my equipment with me, and I even have it here because I can only. It's a bit of fun as well. My friends are traveling, so I'll go and see them where they are. But also, I can only do like 2-3 days of just enjoying myself before I start feeling like, okay, I need to be productive and creative, So it's a bit of both.
That's awesome. I'm going to get the rest of my questions in order here, and I am going to pass the baton to Liz and go right down the line here.
Ooh, okay. Well, let's take you back a little previous before the Librarians, when you were a wee bit, shall we say, starting with this. You were actually in an East End production of something, and you played a character that is my 25-year-old niece's biggest thing in life, from the time she could toddle to even now. You played young Simba. But
yes.
You kind of have an interesting backstory to that, because by the time you got the role, this was your second time through, if I remember correctly.
Wow, yeah. Yeah. I auditioned for the Lion King musical when it was coming to London, and then I got quite far. This was my first professional audition in anything. I was just a kid, and but I didn't get the role in the end. And then I came back maybe a year later or something like that. Did some vocal training and joined a drama club, and then I went back and auditioned and I got the part. And I did that for about 5 or 6 months, something like that, when I was about 13. Wow. Yeah.
Do you think that actually, the determination to come back and redo it again and then to get the role, do you think that helped kind of solidify you going forward, both into the music and the acting?
Wow, I never thought about that, actually. I mean, maybe, yeah. I always knew that I loved performing it, and I just enjoyed being on stage. And I used to feel a little bit more maybe awkward just interacting with people, but when I went on stage, I always felt very free and very confident and very comfortable. And when I did eventually get Simba in The Lion King, maybe by the 5th day, I was just like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. This is it. Like, this is it. And there's no going back. And I'm seeing all these adults in costumes dancing around, singing. I'm like, they're doing it. I can do it, So yeah, it did. It gave me some drive to like commit to this, and I kind of just knew that I was gonna have to make it happen somehow. But yeah, I guess going back and auditioning again and getting it it's good for your confidence and good for your endurance. You learn that it's not a failure, it's just like learning, and then you come back and you improve it, and you can do it, you can get it. It's good to go through that when you're quite young, I would say.
Yeah. Kind of build that foundation.
100%, yeah, 100%.
Something else that kind of I'm a big fan of your music personally, but there's been a lot of when I listen to your music, I hear a lot of influence of certain particular artists that I happen to adore, like Marvin Gaye and Michael Jackson and some of the other stuff. But you have an interesting story of how you kind of fell into this love of music. And I believe it was something you discovered when you were little at your mom's house.
Oh, the like the vinyls.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it's so funny when someone does research and you're like, oh, that's my life, I never knew what they were though in the beginning. Like, mom just had these big, like square package
paper things,
like this, and then I was just like, what is it, And then she played music. We played music on it. I played like the Drifters. There was that Drifters album and like Jackson 5 album, and then she showed me that you have to turn it around to play the rest of the songs. I don't know why, there was just something about it. I just loved it. I like to listen to like Otis Redding, like sitting on the dock of the bay on vinyl. I just really even though I was like maybe 8, a small kid, I didn't know anything about anything, but it transported me. Do you know what I mean? That took me to somewhere where I just like the feeling. I like the music. That was definitely my start into wanting to get into the music industry and that sort of thing. I always loved singing anyway, and then listening to vinyls, something about that the crackling, that old school feel. I don't know. It's just, even now, like I love like old school stuff. It's just like my vibe for some reason.
You actually just answered my other question, because I was going to say, do you today prefer vinyl or digital? And you answered it. So
yeah, I do. I like it's just warm. It's something analog.
It is. There's a warmer tone to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like more of a human connection, I would say. It just feels like more of a, like you can feel the hands that made it a bit more. So yeah.
So I know one of the first things I actually had thought the first thing I had seen you in was Britannia, but it wasn't. When I started to look at things, the first thing that I had seen you in was when you were in EastEnders, when you were Billy Jackson. Yeah. And it wasn't until I was doing research that I realized, oh my God, that was you.
I didn't even realize that, Liz. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was a surprise to me.
Yeah. I did. I did that when I was young as well. But there were 2 actors who played Billy.
Right.
There's a guy called Devon, who I know as well. We used to always go to the same auditions, and played the role as well. It's funny because that's the thing that everybody still remembers. Even it's just like everywhere, like EastEnders, and it just has such a. I don't know if you guys know how much you know about EastEnders, but it's like it's been going for like 100 years.
Up until 2008, 2009, then I do. But
no,
that's when they cut it off here.
It's like it's a staple in like British TV, like
correct
BBC shows. So it's really cool that I was a part of that, actually. Yeah,
I was a little disappointed when, in 2004, when the wedding took place, you yourself didn't come back. They had replaced it with Kevin. But I was like, okay. But on that one, I'm going to toss it to Marcia before she literally yanks it out of my hand.
Yeah, I know. I already know that we're going to have you back, because there's so much to talk about with you. But to kind of follow up on some of your music, I love your vibe, because it's it's jazzy, soulful, and I can see you giving yourself over to even in covers, because one you talk about Stevie Wonder as one of your influences, and it was sort of required that everybody had, when I was growing up, songs in the key of life. Everybody, you had to
Mhm.
have that.
Mhm.
So and you mentioned that that when you hear those albums, you hear the crackling, you hear the, Barry Manilow. You know Barry Manilow. He talks about the liveness of albums, because you hear people, the spitting, the whole
Mhm.
the whole
Mhm.
and you also performed in places like subways, and why that kind of performance? What did that intrigue you about? Mhm.
There's, I think I'm quite. I feel like I'm a raw sort of performer. When things get too technical for me, I feel like I'm just not my best. So for me, just throw me out there and let me just do my thing, be free, enjoy what I'm doing,
Mhm.
and then that just kind of seems to work out for me. Maybe it's my ADD or something. It's like I just like to just go. If I'm feeling something and I love music, I love to perform anyway. I don't really think about it. I just want to go, and it's cool to be in like public public spaces where you don't know what the
Mhm.
reaction is going to be. And I used to, I'm sure might have seen, but I used to like
Yeah.
go sing on the subway in the metro, like you said, the London Underground,
Right.
sing to strangers and film it and then put it up online.
Mhm.
And this was before TikTok, so there wasn't too
Yep.
many people doing this sort of thing. But
About
yeah, I don't know.
15 years ago, wasn't it, Bluey?
Yeah, a long time ago
Yeah.
now. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like it really, you
And
just
you
can't
get
help it.
reactions from people, I imagine, as they have you gotten. Did people give you money?
No, it was because we weren't really busking. We were just kind of like just being nuisances on the train. We were just there, just like singing. Like we went to France, and then I had a gig out there, and then me and my friend, my guitarist, and like my manager, my other friend, we was just like, let's just go on the Paris
Mm.
metro and start singing on the platform, or singing on the train, and then just seeing how people react. It's like you
Mhm.
get different sort of vibes, different places you go. But I like kind of winning them over, you know.
Mhm.
London was tough, but eventually, if the videos up, you see like I kind of win
Mhm.
some people over, and it's just it's
Mhm.
fun. You never know what's gonna happen, and it's
I bet.
I like being
And
alive in the moment.
mhm. And I was listening to Golden Lady, and where you kind of become one of the instruments and part of your song, like a trumpet or something, because do you even remember you were vibing, and all of a sudden, you were being an
Yeah,
instrument.
yeah. I remember that. Yeah, sometimes I do like a mouth trumpet. I can't play the trumpet, so sometimes I just do
Yeah,
just like a little
there you go.
fun little solo thing when I'm with the bands.
That's fun.
You can't afford a saxophone or a trumpet.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
that's it.
you've done a lot of covers, so when you choose a cover, and you add your spin to it, how many have you? Do you even know how many covers you've done at this point?
No idea. No idea. I don't know. It's all a blur. Life is a blur. But I don't know. I've done so many, man. I've done like even from gigging and doing shows all over and performing at people's weddings and all this sorts of different stuff I've done. Like I don't even know how many I've done, but it always revolves around like soulful R&B stuff, a bit of
Yeah.
like some rock stuff as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's my vibe, man.
But before I hand it over to Michael, it just came to me this morning that okay, you're Bluey, and your character is green, so you've got the colors.
Yeah, exactly.
So Michael, take it away.
On that note, you're going to give it to me? Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. Well, we've got a couple comments in the chat room now. Just so everybody knows, my automatic translator is not working. So, and I can't pull things up and put it in another translator. So I'm very sorry. So I'm going to pull up one that I did find out that it was they were saying where they were from. And I thought this was kind of cool. That's a place in Turkey that they are from.
Oh.
So I just wanted to throw that up with you. But as I said, there's
The
some other
international.
ones, and I cannot understand them, and I'm sorry. And now Susie Bonebreak says, He's a street performer. He'll perform anywhere they'll allow him to perform without the cops moving him along.
Yeah, we've definitely had like some interactions with like security guards who just like annoyed with us and they just want us to move because we bring in too much of a crowd, you know. At Westfield.
Exactly. And Aisha Kerr says, so if you could meet any Motown singer, I'm going to say alive or has left us, who would you pick?
Oh man, that's a tough one.
Is that a tough one? Okay, I'll do it differently. I'll say first, one that has died. That might make it easier for you.
I guess.
Or not.
You got Marvin Gaye, you got Michael Jackson, you got David Ruffin. Like, I don't even know.
Keep going. Whatever. I mean, you'll say you have to have a group then.
I'll have to come with you on that.
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye.
So Marvin Gaye, Michael Jackson, Aretha Franklin. Did you see? I think you said Aretha.
Wait, was Aretha from Motown?
Who did you say?
Pardon?
Okay. No, I couldn't hear the other one you said. That was.
Who else? I mean, Doja Holland, like the producers and the writers from Motown. I can't even think. And then, I mean, I just love to meet Stevie Wonder. And Smokey Robinson. Wait, I don't think it was Smokey.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find out if he's a relative of mine or not.
Oh well, he could be. So.
I used to wonder that when I was a kid.
Well, that is cool. Now, I had the privilege of seeing you when you were at Electricon back in October, and what was your preconceived notion of what you were going to expect there, or didn't you really know what you were going to expect
at the convention?
Yeah, at the convention.
I didn't know what to expect. I've never been to a convention before.
Oh, so that was your first time. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So maybe Callum's been to some, but I don't know. I didn't really because we know that all the other shows have been out, and so they have like an audience and fans and stuff. And it was like, okay, there's gonna be some people maybe taking pictures, and it was like, well, no one's gonna want to take pictures with us or like interview us because they don't know us. But everybody was so nice. It was such a good vibe. And once, obviously, we went on the stage and we had our chat, and then they showed us a little bit of the show. And I think maybe we won people over a little bit who were skeptical of these upstarts. And then it was cool. Like, we did some pictures, met people, and like really connected with a lot of the fans. It was great, man. I'd love to go again if they do one. Yeah,
well, I'm hoping they do another one. But
did you enjoy it?
I did. Okay. I was there. We had interviewed at the time a lot of people from the ARC. So 3 out of 4 of the guests from the ARC we had on the show.
What, you wicked? Oh, wicked.
Yeah. So that was really nice. That was really nice, and seeing them in person, and it was very nice. And
that's cool actually, because that was a chance for me to meet some of the other cast from the other shows as well. Because I don't know, and even like John and Lindy from the original Librarians, like so that was cool. We got to connect.
Yeah, that it was so nice. And as I told you before we went on, I wanted to have people from the new Librarians on the show, but after I saw that first episode, scene 1, I was hooked. I was absolutely hooked.
Oh, great. Thank you,
and I really think the audience was too, because they revved up after that thing.
Yeah.
And they were upset when it ended.
yeah. It ends at such a good mood that the edit was great. Like, it's like, I'm the librarian, and then he clicks his fingers, and then it was wicked. The when we went to New York as well, we watched the because
this is the whole episode, yeah.
Yeah, we got to watch the whole episode. I was like, this was a good opening for a show. Like, I was sitting next to Liv. I was like, this is actually good, like even like objectively, It's hard sometimes to not judge yourself and everything, and exactly how you did everything. But I think it was just exciting, man. Exciting thing to be a part of, it really is.
Have your followers on Instagram gone up a little bit?
Yeah, I've got definitely a new. I mean, most of my audience has always been from music mostly, but now it's like more the film and TV angle. So yeah, it's got some cool like hardcore supporters, which is interesting, different, and new. So that's great. I'm glad people are into it, you know, and that they care, you know, they're passionate about it.
Yeah, well, they do.
Like, we were, you know, what we did was worth it.
Yeah. Now, my last question, until I'm going to go back to Greg, is when you got the role, what were you told about it? But you said your family had seen the original Librarians. So did they help you understand what it might be about?
No,
or not really.
No. I got the scene, and I hadn't heard of the original at the time. So I read the scenes. I was like, okay, and I read the character of Connor. I was like, oh, I kind of get what this guy is about. And then I did my scene, just, you know, practicing. And then I thought, you know, let me actually watch the show and get like a feel of it. And I was like, okay, it's a bit more. It wasn't taking itself so seriously, the show, and it was a little bit more light-hearted and stuff. I was like, okay, cool. So that kind of tweaks my performance a little bit. And then I just sent off my tape, and then I was like, I felt like it was good. It was enjoyable to do. Send it off, and then just kind of, you know, you audition for things, you do tapes, you send it off, and you never hear anything. And then a couple of days later, my agent called, and he said Dean wanted to do a recall with the producers and everyone who was at CW at the time. And then I'm on the live, kind of like this, basically, with like 15 people.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no pressure. And then
no, none at all. No.
Yeah, you're right. And I just had to do the scene again, all scenes again. And then I met Dean, obviously, and I was like, this is Dean Devlin, it's crazy. He gave me some notes on maybe the second scene or the third. I think the second scene he had a note. And then, you know, you tweak it, do what you can, and then that was it. And then I came off the call, and then text my agent. I was like, I think you went well. So he called me, and then we're talking, and then he literally, as he was on the phone to me, got an email from the casting director saying Dean loves him. He wants to. It's just, let's just finalize everything. So I was on the phone with my agent, just debriefing, and then found out
when you got the role.
Yeah, he said, oh, hold on, just got an email. Hold on. And I was like, wait, what? And he said, yeah, Dean apparently loves me for the role. And then they said, yes, you just got to finalize everything. But I was like, okay, but I don't like to get too excited, you know, because in this game, you get your hopes up and you lose things all the time. So I was just like, okay, this is positive, but let me just wait and see when it's confirmed. And then, maybe like an hour, 2 hours later, or it was just like, yeah, you're doing that. I'm going to Serbia for 4 or 5 months now. I was like, what? So yeah.
Yeah,
funny.
I mean, Dean knows what he wants, and he puts together amazing casts.
Yeah. He does.
Well, I lied. I'm going to throw one other question because I know someone is going to expand on this question. I'm just doing the basic part of the question. How many times did you climb up buildings and structures in that first season?
So much. Michael, you have no idea.
I'll let the rest of them get the details, because if you'd have seen all their faces when I asked that question, they all were going to ask it. So,
really?
Yes. So I'm going to let them get with the details. So I'll go to Greg, because I'd like him to get the details, and maybe expound on my question, a specific event, and then go from there.
Okay. What's the specific event?
So all of the climbing, I mean, I'm sure you guys taken that, and a few of the scenes that definitely looked like they were not hundreds of feet off the ground, but that was all you doing all that climbing.
A lot of it, yeah, a lot of it. I do have a great stunt double for certain scenes, but yeah, I did a lot of climbing, like I had wires and stuff like that. And then I had to do in my basically in season 1. I did so much overtime because I had all these stunts to do that we couldn't end up doing on the day. So I was working sometimes on a weekend, and then I had to do pickups, like towards the end, like loads of pickups. I'd be doing maybe 4 different scenes from 4 different episodes in one day, just going here and then going to that studio and doing it. So it was a lot. It was a lot, climbing and hanging on things. But it was great. I mean, like, it was my stunt double was really good. He's got very strong forearms, and he was like showing me the technique, how to hang on things and whatever. And I've always been like a Ninja Turtle sort of kid, climbing on things and doing cartwheels and whatever. So it was fun for me. I was like, this is my job. This is really cool. I wish I could talk about some stuff in season 2, but I guess I can't.
No, you can.
Next year.
Yeah, next year. Yeah.
This time next year, I'll see you here.
So this morning I also learned that you had another role that climbing was a little bit a part of, and I had wondered if maybe they were picking on you to do all this climbing because of your role as Alonzo in the film adaptation of Cats.
Yeah.
Greg.
Wow, yeah, maybe. I mean, like I said, I've always been climbing on things, and so that probably helped me get that role as well. But yeah, Cats was a whole other thing, man. That was, well, it's just like now that the memories are just coming back. Like you spend 5 months of your life doing a thing, and then you go on and do something else. Yeah, it was crazy. It was many hours jumping on things and landing like a cat. Like the dance choreography we had to do. The sets itself were basically, I don't know what the word is, like it was like life size, not like
oversized.
So it's like imagine a human being the size of a cat, and the tables and chairs are massive.
Right.
So we were like,
that was actually one of the cool design choices of that film.
Yeah, that was really cool. I loved that. And then we in the training and stuff, we were in the beginning we were like jumping on mini trampolines, and then like landing on objects and stuff like that. And then eventually we started doing some wire work and that sort of thing. Yeah, that was a cool experience. Very exhausting. Still not sure my body's recovered from all of that. But good for the core.
So, and to follow up, of course, you had heavy makeup in Cats. You don't have to answer if there's anything in season 2, but is there any chance of seeing you in maybe heavy monster makeup during the production run of Librarians?
Oh,
be careful, Greg. That was that was a little leading. I'm gonna avoid that question. Yeah, I don't.
I would like to actually. That would be actually, yeah, that would be. It's fun to dress up and just be different characters. Like it's
always, yeah.
I mean, there might be a bit of that, but it always helps to kind of get, when you're being a character, to get in the costume and get the makeup and get the wigs and all that sort of stuff. You really just you kind of step into it a bit more. You know, you find movements and little natural idiosyncrasies and stuff for the character that is hard to get when you don't have costume and makeup and that sort of stuff. So yeah. No. I'm not gonna say anything more about season 2.
No, don't say. No, that was not about season 2. That was about another project that you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And just my hopes for
your hopes for what you might be able to do at some point, please.
Yeah.
maybe some more music, impromptu music videos.
Yeah. I'm working on. Even today I'm just working on some music, and I haven't really released like my own music for a while. Obviously I've been busy, but I'm working on a lot of stuff now.
That's cool.
Gearing up to release next year, man.
That's awesome. So seeing as I'm sure Liz wanted to talk about Cats a bit, I'm going to pass it back to her.
Well, yeah, I almost screamed when you said that, because I was like, okay, I absolutely loved, Cats and you being Alonzo in that. But I'm going to kind of refer back to a little bit. When you were younger, did you want to climb everywhere, or have you actually gone on climbs at all? Or was this just kind of something you got into?
I just had a lot of energy. I still do now. It's just like, I think it's probably the ADHD, ADD thing. Like I didn't know that. I didn't really look into it when I was younger. I didn't really know I had it or anything like that. So it was only like 3 years I got diagnosed. So now it puts a lot of my life into perspective, because I was always, when I'd be walking with my friends to, just in the street or with my family, I'd just jump on a fence or like a a wall or something like that, or it's just like the more exciting option for my brain. Like dopamine is like, oh, I'll climb this tree, or I'll just jump over that hedge instead of going down the stairs. Or when I go down the stairs, I'll go down, climb over the road. It's just something I've just always done, and I think that's what it is. It's just like, I mean, I like to climb stuff. I like being high up. I really don't know why, to be honest, but it's just something I've always done and been into. I don't like heights ever, actually.
You kind of like the jumping up onto, yeah.
Yeah. I like, yeah.
Which makes me wonder, have you ever tried parkour?
I have. Yeah, I have once. Not up on any buildings though. Just like on the ground or in like a studio space, or I haven't gone up on any buildings. That's too scary for me. I get a bit like vertigo, you know, sometimes.
Uh-huh.
And
well, I mean, you don't necessarily need to, you know, go up super high with parkour. It's more of the jumping through certain levels and certain degrees of the jump. And that actually might be something kind of fun for you to try.
No, you know, it's true. Yeah. I'd like to do some sort of like, I don't know, what's that show that you guys have? That one where it's like an assault course.
Oh, well, we have Wipeout and we have Ninja Warriors.
Yeah, both of them. I'd love to do both of those. I'd love to do that. We need to do for like a trip with some friends and do that sort of thing.
Yeah, it'd be kind of fun, actually. I think to see you do either or. I think I'd prefer Ninja Warriors, you know, because if they hold it to the true traditional way that it was originally started in Japan, you know, and they hold the course to that, it's, you know, a lot. I think a lot more strength and intensity involved than necessarily Wipeout.
Yeah, those guys are like proper athletes, the ones who train. I would need to probably train for something like that. And I guess everything looks a bit easier when it's just on TV. I'm sure when you're there and you're looking at it, it's like scary. But I still love it.
It's kind of funny. They had one celebrity actor who came on, Stephen Amell, who has played the Green Arrow and Arrow on CW as well. Yeah. And he had gone through the first level and made it through. And he asked, the next one was, I think it was the ladder, the salmon ladder, you know, where you have to come up each one at a level. And because he does it all the time in the show, people have always said it was his stuntman doing it. And he said, can I put an end to this right now and show them I can do it? And it right straight up without a problem.
Yeah. No, that would be me as well. Trying to prove myself, prove my skills.
I kind of figured. Going back a little bit with the librarians and all, I know you have mentioned before, you know, you really didn't know anything about the show or anything. But did you know who Dean Devlin was before you started looking at the project at all?
No, I just knew Stargate SG-1. I knew Stargate, the film Stargate. I knew Independence Day. I knew the films, but I didn't know who'd written or directed them. But when I did Google him, I was like, oh, this guy. I've seen this guy. I know this guy. It's like familiar. It's the same with Christian Kane.
Yeah.
I
love CK. Yeah.
When I watched the show for my audition, I was like, "Oh, that guy, yeah." I reckon I really familiar, and I must have like seen. I probably had my mom and my little sister used to watch Librarians a lot, so I'm sure I must have been in there when they were watching it and you know, recognize the faces. But I knew I recognized him. I just didn't know that he was connected to all this.
Oh yeah. If you ever get a chance to just sit down with him for 15 minutes and you two just jam, you'll enjoy every minute of it. I guarantee you.
Who? Christian?
Phenomenal Christian. Yeah, he's a phenomenal artist as well regarding his voice, the guitar playing. So.
Yeah, we keep threatening to do it, but we haven't done it yet. We haven't got around to it. Yeah.
You absolutely should. You said that you had seen, you know, Dean's work as far as on the big screen. Are you a sci-fi fan, you know, or, you know, Indiana Jones fan?
Yeah, not really Indiana Jones, but I didn't really grow up watching those for some reason. But I do like sci-fi. My mom loves sci-fi. She loves Star Trek. I always liked Star Wars, but I like sci-fi. I like sci-fi. I'm trying to think what my favorite sci-fi film is all about. Yeah, Star Wars was like my thing. And is Terminator considered sci-fi?
I think so. Yeah, Terminator sci-fi. Yeah.
Terminator 2 was like my film growing up.
Oh, was it? Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I feel like we might be stepping into that in the next couple of years. We need to slow
I
down.
hope not.
Yeah. I have the same philosophy with the way AI and everything is taking over, and it's becoming a bit scary.
Yeah, it's all happening very quickly. I feel like they need to like just chill out, just like give us all a chance to catch up, you know, or just a race to like be the first to get this stuff out there. Just think about that, humanity.
Now, I have a question I have probably asked every single guest, and this has come from questions when we originally had art contestants or art guests on. And nobody from Librarians has said yes yet, which surprises me. Have you had a chance to eat? You guys know where this is going anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys had a chance to eat or try any of the ice cream there in Serbia?
Yeah.
I've heard it's on a whole other level.
Well, we had I think Dominic, like on one of his last days, got everyone ice cream. He got a big truck to come and just gave everyone ice cream. It was good. I think it's a Serbian brand, but actually I'm not sure. I mean, it must be. But yeah, it was good.
Did it taste better than some of the other stuff that you've had, or?
I haven't had that much ice cream in Serbia. Oh no, they do have some good ice cream
around the world.
They have some good ice cream. I can't remember the name of the brand. Yeah, there was, because it gets so hot in Serbia in the summer, and then our lovely cast PA Natalia went and got us ice creams, and it was banging. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, let's go get it again.
Would you think it's the best that you've had from around the world? Places, or?
I don't know if it's the best I had. I had a tiramisu ice cream here in Barcelona like 2-3 days ago. That was good. That was banging.
That sounds heavenly.
Yeah, it was really nice. I'm trying to think. I don't know about. I do love ice cream though.
Like I said, the reason I ask is everybody that we've done with the ARC has all said it's like almost an addictive thing, or they almost literally get an addiction to it.
Oh, really? So, no, that hasn't happened to us yet. Luckily, that hasn't happened to us yet.
But yeah, you're the first one that said that. Yeah, you've actually had it and done it. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So on that note, Michael, I'm going to toss it back to you.
Okay, thank you very much. I just wanted to get one or two questions in the chat room. And this is kind of an interesting, I'm not sure what wild, major, whatever. Sorry about that. Do you have a music playlist for your character in the Librarians?
I actually don't. The only playlist I have is I made like a reading playlist for when I'm going through the scripts, when I have to read every script, which is kind of like, I don't even know. It's like it's a bit of like, there's like soundtracks, like some fantasy stuff, some cinematic stuff. It just helps me get into the zone of the show if I listen to music that kind of is around that world in that genre, and it just helps me concentrate more. That's the only playlist I have. I don't have a Connor Green playlist.
You don't have a Connor, at least not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Nah, not yet. I'm trying to think what song to put on there.
And from the same person, what was your favorite scene to shoot in the Librarian season 1?
Man, season 1. Yeah, of course. Damn. You know what? I'd say probably there's all the scenes in the annex in episode 1 felt like there was something. It just felt so like the annex itself is just so tangible. Like you can touch everything. It's just real. It feels lived in, you know. And in that first season, we were using a lot of candles in the first episode as well, because you know it's from the 1800s. So there was like a magic to being in that space when it's dark and then the candles are on. So that scene where me and Liv first when the room transforms basically in episode, and then Callum walks through and he's like, he does his little jump. That was a wicked scene to shoot. That's what I did in my audition as well. I'm like, you're the librarian.
Oh, really? Oh, so that was your...
Yeah. Ooh. So that was fun to shoot. And then and that was early days. That was like the first couple of days as well. So we all still getting to know each other, but it felt really, really cool. And then the other scene I would say is when the four of us first get together in the annex, and we're basically figuring out how to find this demon, and figuring out how it's possessed, who it's possessed, and how and where it might be in the history of it. And there's the four of us kind of just figuring out our plan. I love that scene as well. That was a fun one to do. It was the first time all four of us were in the annex. It was a good moment.
Well, that is cool. So I'm going to go over now to Marsha.
Sure. You've mentioned in the past about you are intrigued by Egyptology and some pyramid type stuff, and and you mentioned Goblet Tepe, and that's something that's mine as well. Yeah. So, and Dean, of course, with Stargate and the whole "Is it real?" ties in with Connor and the whole conspiracy type thing, which I don't particularly think may be a conspiracy after all. But
yeah, definitely. I've kind of always been intrigued by that sort of stuff, and that obviously lent itself to the character as well. And you know how he has all these. I mean, he's a very smart guy, and he has all these, inklings about these conspiracies or whatever. But he's just convinced that it has to be true, and he has to just go and prove it. So yeah, that's something that we have in common, me and Connor, I guess. I don't think the Earth is flat or anything like that, but there's some conspiracies that I'm like, we might find out in a couple of years that some of this stuff is true, but it holds more weight than first believed. There's been other stuff in the past that people thought were conspiracies, and you find out it's true. Right.
Well, when in the con was so much fun because all of us are sci-fi nerds, and we've been to cons, and I programmed conventions and stuff like that. So, did that kind of spark your interest even further in learning about some of these? They had the posters about all.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say it sparked my interest more. It kind of just made me realize that there are more people out there who believe certain things that I'm just like, what? Like, what was it? Like the pigeons are not real or something. We had one that said ducks aren't real.
Yes.
The pigeons aren't real. And then we had like Area 52 and like a few other things. Like, which was just like, what? But then it's like, there's probably like a comparison to real life of something people really do believe. So that was another fun episode to do, actually. That was a really, really good one. But,
and also the Feast of the Vampire was fun. Seeing Pablo and seeing you become one of the undead.
Yeah, man. I was like, I kind of wanted to be, spoilers if you haven't seen it, but I kind of wanted to turn into a vampire. I was like, how sick would that be? Just like halfway through the season, Connor's just a vampire now, and that's it. He's a vampire, but he's still a librarian, or that was kind of what I was like. Could be kind of sick. That was fun. That was a fun episode to do as well.
And I've seen a lot of interviews, especially before the show premiered, with you and Callum. You kind of were a duo, kind of doing a lot of interviews. And Callum has been on our show, and he and Greg sort of bonded over the beard, kind of. They discussed their facial hair.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm looking at you because of your hair. Now you may, because I look at your hair and I go, I have locks. Quite long. So, and I thought, why don't they let his locks out?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't want to say, I can't even say yes or no for season 2, but that's something I was thinking that should be, let's see what happens in the future, but we should change it up. We should change it up, definitely.
So as far as your personal style, when you're yourself, you're going around, do you let your hair is more free, or do you mostly tie it up? Or?
I had it down before I jumped on this call. But then I was like, because it's like, I guess I'm used to, like, when you're filming, is that for continuity and stuff, it's
Yeah.
easier to have my hair up because or else I'm gonna have to constantly someone like moving a piece and
That's a good
so,
point.
so it's like it's easier to just kind of have it out of the way.
Mhm.
And when I'm not filming, like I just have my hair down or just in a little
Mhm.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I come to do stuff like this, it's easier to just have it out of the way. And just have it neat little bun.
So how long is it? Right. How long is it?
Well, now it's actually it's short now because it's double
Yeah.
strap, so it's like this locks
Twists.
wrapped around each other.
Yeah.
It's shorter, so it's usually maybe like down here or something like that. But because it's in a style right now, it's much shorter.
Yeah. And I saw you do a little piece for GQ.
Yeah. I don't know what they were thinking having me on there, but
Oh my, good for you, man.
yeah.
So what is your personal style? How would you describe Bluey's personal style?
Man, I like to be comfortable for one. I kind of I don't really care about fashion that much, really. But when I do wear nice clothes and stuff, I'm like, oh, this is kind of nice. I do look kind of cool. I kind of like the way this looks on me. But I'm just in my everyday, day-to-day life. I just want to be cozy and comfortable, man. I'm not really a big fashion person. But I do, obviously, if you're going somewhere, you do want to dress nice and stuff like that. But I don't even know what my style is. It's like a little bit skateboarderish sometimes, and sometimes a little bit more like dressed up. I do like a little cool, suit now and again. A little quirky. I like have things a little quirk to it. Chic vibe, here and there. Yeah. I don't know.
And
any
your
tips,
accent, yeah.
Any fashion tips, let me know.
Yeah. Well, and your accent, if people didn't know you before, when you came on, you didn't use your personal accent. So how did you develop your accent, your American accent?
Practice. I think maybe being a singer helps me kind of pick up on sounds and like inflections, maybe perhaps. And obviously, we just end up watching so many American shows and films when you're growing up in England. So it's always there. But I'd never done an American accent in anything. I mean, I still need to work on it, but I didn't know if I could even do it. I just was like, oh, I have an audition. I have to be American. Let me just try. And then, Dean said it was pretty good. And he said, have you trained? Or I was like, no, just trying it. And then I had some dialect classes once I got the role. Like every week we have a class online with Joe, and he helped me because it's like a general American. People are asking for these, which is just kind of like a vague sort of an accent that can be understood everywhere, really. So I still want to work on it a bit more. But I think in season 2 is better. I think all our accents got better as the season went by. Sometimes
it was fun to see you fall back into your James Bond.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's fun. It's a fun little gag that they have now where we I wish I could talk to you about season 2 about.
No, you can't, Bluey. No. I know it's tempting.
We're talking season 1 James Bond.
Next year.
Yeah. But it's fun to like have play an American and then slip into like a British accent and then go back into it. We did it a couple of times in season 1. It's fun.
The last thing I'm going to do in this segment is I saw a little clip of you talking about flying squirrels and these little tiny.
What did I say about the
you and Callum? We're talking about your .com experience and what kind of feed you were getting, and you were talking about these tiny little squirrels that fly.
Yeah.
Sugar squirrels or something.
Sugar gliders.
Sugar gliders.
Yeah. Those cute little things that just jump off a wardrobe or something.
Yeah.
They're parkour squirrels. Yeah.
My I don't think they're on my feed as much anymore, but they were for a while. I was like completely covered with them. They're so cute, man.
And now they will be again.
Listen. Conspiracies again. But,
right.
They're listening. Fun.
Yeah, because fans send you stuff that they really want you to see. It's like, this is so cute, Bluey. You gotta see this.
Yeah, yeah. Jess is such a like. If you go on Jessica's feed, it's just all animals, all
Yeah,
puppies
it
and
is.
animals and stuff, and then maybe like holiday destinations and food. But it's mostly just like cute animals. She's like proper is it Eliza Doolittle? I don't know, Dr. Doolittle. But
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
she's
Dr. Doolittle.
yeah, she loves animals.
It's so nice to see that you interact outside of the show still. You know, you kind of get together and
Yeah, I mean it's hard because we're all in. Well, Cal's in the Philippines right now. Jess is in, I think, New York. Liv was in New York. She's probably back in London now, and I'm in Spain. So it's like it's hard to link up. But I love those guys, man. I'm really happy with the cast that we have. Like,
yeah.
it's such a small cast, and luckily we get on. You know, we've had our little tiffs here and there. You know, like sort of like siblings sort of stuff. But it's really good that the four of us get along so well.
Yeah.
And Caroline and Christian as well. For such a small cast, you kind of hope that everyone's cool, you know, and they really are. I love them.
We can feel it. Okay, Gregster.
Yeah, just to add, the chemistry between the four of you definitely translates well to screen.
Oh, cool. Good.
Both as a group, and then as you were having your one-on-ones throughout the first season, definitely translates.
Oh, great. I'm glad to hear that.
So yeah, and also to follow up on the accent thing, I would have sworn you were from northeastern United States. I could put you in New York, Virginia, Boston with that accent. You would have fit right in.
Oh, perfect. Good. That's good to know. My coach did say that it was pretty. He was like, I don't want to change anything. He said I was like kind of doing well, so he didn't want to give me too many notes.
You were spot on, man.
The encouragement to know, it's like the confidence thing, you know. You want to. It's kind of, it can feel weird to do an accent if you're worried that you don't sound believable, or like I had no idea how it sounded until we were filming season 2. Oh, sorry, we were filming episode 2, the train episode, and then Dean came and like showed us a little clip of episode 1, and I was so nervous. I was like, oh my god, am I gonna hate everything I'm doing? I'm gonna cringe at myself. And then we watched it, and we was like, oh, this looks kind of sick. I'm kind of believable, I feel like. Yeah, so it's good.
So one of my favorite things about Connor's character is that he's like wicked smart, but also really geeks out like over all of the mythology and occult stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
Was that easy to adapt, to get excited about like all these weird Eastern European mythologies? Or were you like, because some of the stuff's pretty bizarre, for a fantasy show.
Yeah. I mean, it was cool to learn about it. I mean, it's just cool to, like, all these stories and myths from all over the world throughout history. You know, I find it quite interesting in general. So it wasn't too hard for me to kind of get into that or get excited about it. I think Connor in general, he's like, he gets excited over stuff like that, you know. He's a bit like, can be a bit of a big geeky kid sometimes, but also very smart. So no, I personally enjoyed finding out all the lore and stuff, like some of the Serbian stories and traditions, like folklore, that I would never have really known about. Even in like episode 1, oh my god, what is it? The Drakovac.
Yeah.
I would never have heard about that, you know, and I think a lot of people out there would never have. So it's cool. I like that we're showing a bit of like Serbian culture and history and stuff like that, you know. You don't really see that side of things on TV from that part of the world.
So we had a similar question in the chat room, so I'm actually going to pass on the way I was going to ask it. You had mentioned Egypt earlier. Is there another like mythology or monster that you would like to see Connor get excited about and engage, deal with in the show?
Oh, I don't know. It's not really. I can't even know. I don't even know how to say it.
Be careful. Yeah.
that you'd
What it was,
like to.
you know what? It was what I was interested in. Is like maybe like paranormal stuff, and like I don't know if you've heard about these telepathy tapes, with these kids who can like apparently like read minds and stuff like that, and I kind of like the idea of playing with something where it's like you think, could it be magic? Is it what is it, or is it real? Is it just something that we only use certain parts of our brains, so is it something that humans are capable of? We just haven't unlocked that yet. I think that would be interesting to investigate with Connor.
Definitely, that does sound like a cool thing to investigate.
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, that's actually like one of my favorite things about Connor is that he accepts magic as reality. And you bring that combination of intelligence and wonder together, so into such a. It was probably my first favorite character on the show, to be honest.
Yeah, he's full of wonder. I feel like it's something that excites him, knowing that this is real and this, and sometimes if you're just doing, life can be a bit mundane sometimes, so it's cool. So if you have that sort of other world to explore and get lost in, and get deeper and deeper into, sometimes to a point where it's like you might be losing your mind and losing your friends, and becoming a social media influencer because you lost your job. But it's cool. Even for me, it's cool to get into it and be excited about the possibilities of what's really out there.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty impressive character. I mean, both from the writing perspective of introducing someone who's both an educator and someone who's fascinated by the the unproven world.
Yeah, and I like that he's ballsy. You know what I mean about ballsy?
Oh yeah.
Like even risking his job and stuff. He's like, okay, there's something here. I need to look into it. And like he almost like he can't not go down these rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Like he has to. Yeah.
Yeah, that must be a lot of fun for you.
It is super fun. The whole thing. The whole thing is.
So I know we're running low on time, but
and I really want to go to Liz and Marcia for a last question. So
okay, so I'll do my last question first. Is there any character or genre that you would be over the moon to get even just an audition for, if not a casting?
Say that again. Oh.
Like, what would be like your absolute dream role to get?
See, this is a question I really don't know. I'd like to do something that I haven't done. I mean, it's cool to do the fantasy stuff, but maybe something a little bit more gritty, and like raw, even like a London, like a Guy Ritchie, something like that would be fun, just to kind of explore that world a little bit and
Nice.
Find characters like that. And I'd love to play it like a bad guy, like a bad guy, who's complex and has a lot of layers to him, but can be ruthless and stuff. I think I haven't ever done anything like that, and I would just like to explore that at some point and see, what I could do with a character like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Liz?
Basically, I just wanted to say I am so appreciative that you did finally be able to make some time to, slide in here and do this. And I know you're kind of on a retreat and kind of away doing things, but we really appreciated you taking time with us today. And,
no, my pleasure. Thanks. I'm sorry I couldn't do it sooner. I appreciate you guys pulling up here.
That just means that we get to have you back after season 2 rolls. So
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm excited for season 2. I have to go do some ADR in a couple of days, but it looks cool, man. It looks, obviously I'm not gonna say too much, but
no,
I think people are gonna like it. I think people are gonna like it.
Yeah. We will be waiting on pins and needles. Marsha.
And I was thinking next time you pass by the Empire State Building or the Eiffel Tower, you're going to look at it and go, I can climb that.
Yeah, I can climb that. Yeah, exactly.
No problem. And we hope to see you in person more at fan events too, so we can.
Yeah, I would love to.
We can meet
We
you
would
and
all love to. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Maybe next year. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, thank you so much for being
Pleasure.
with us.
No, absolute pleasure. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you having me, man. And for doing this. It's cool, man.
Oh, we're so excited to have you, man.
Yeah, we're very excited to have you, and thank you so much. I know it's been a long process trying to get you on, but you're a busy guy.
It's worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it.
I'm all over the place, but yeah, this is good. I actually only got the internet sorted out today. In this.
Well, that's what I figured. I know.
Wow. Perfect.
Yeah, I was like on the phone to my mom, like, how do I get the thing to work? But yeah, we got it sorted out. So.
Well, that is so good. But anyway, thank you for being here. People in the chat room, thank you. I couldn't get to everybody's questions, so sorry about that. And Scarlett, now I know who you are, so now I know what's going on there. So
yeah, shout out everyone in the chat. Shout out everyone.
Yeah, shout out everybody. And we will see you
soon.
again. We're going to have Bluey back. We're going to have some more people from the Librarians on in the next couple of months. So everyone take care, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Much love. Peace, everyone. Thank you.